Poor Jeff Coloff. Jeff, you here? Captain Coloff. Used to be Lieutenant Coloff before that was Sergeant Coloff. In the old days, Jeff used to come by all stations. Now remember, this is back when there was only 6 people on shift. There was 2 of us at 3, 4 River, me and Stony. And Jeff would wait till probably about 11:30 to come visit us because he hated to come talk to us because we were always in trouble. In fact, he'd sit us down and have a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and he'd say, "Well, I'm supposed to write you guys up again. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of you." What did we do this time? I mean, we got rid of for anything, and I talked about one of the first things I talked about was we had everything working. It had it in working condition. Now, our working condition and other people's working condition was quite different. And I remember very distinctly the one time we got written up was being processed to be written up, was Stony would not put that medic in service because the tires had tread showing, the metal part of the tread was gone. He says, "I'm not putting it in service." Well, there was a difference of opinion, should be in service or not. Bottom line is, we stuck to our guns and that got us in trouble. Johnny on the spot. And this was mentioned the other day by Dee, I believe. And I asked her tonight, I said, "Have you stolen the scanner yet and hidden it?" Stony has listened for 15 to 20 years to that scanner. And I didn't use a bad word there. That scanner, we're at Station 83 now. Most of you know that we have pagers and we have intercom system. We can listen to our dispatches, and that's okay. But not us. We listen to that police scanner all night. I call this Johnny on the spot. It did help a few times. One time I very distinctly remember we were at the scene of the call with a bunch of fatalities before we even got paged out because Stony listened to that police scanner and said, "Let's go." Okay. We went, and it was a bad call. But Dee, I sympathize with you. For 3.5 years I listened to that scanner. Even when we didn't have to go, we still were listening to what everybody else was doing, including the police department, and the water department, and everybody else. It's hard to realize how things were not too many years ago. The department was in the middle of a transition when Chief took over. With this transition brought many, many changes. Chief Lohr was in the middle of all these changes. Today we have more personnel that are better trained and certified than any time before. The equipment back then were constantly breaking down, and now we have a scheduled replacement. We specify our vehicles with Paul Talbot, who I know is in the audience, that we will get the best equipment. It will not cost us in the long run for maintenance that we were having problems with at the time. Stony, most leaders want to know that when they move on, that the organization is better than when they started. Rest assured, we are in better shape today than when you took over reins of command. In closing, Stony, I have many fond memories of our time together and playing together, and many laughs and sorrows along the way. But in the end, I still consider you a very close friend. Thank you.
I'm overwhelmed that we have so many folks that were able to join us tonight, and for all the really wonderful mementos. I don't think I deserve that much. Because most of the things that were done by the people on the street. My job as chief was to hopefully provide a little direction and support, to provide the equipment and the vehicles and the things that were necessary to allow them to do the job. Hopefully I've done that reasonably successfully. But as good as we are, we're not as good as we can be. So even though I'm leaving, I'm confident that the members of the department will continue to work as hard in the future as they have in the past, and to continue to improve. Because you're either improving or you're getting worse. There is no such thing as standing still. And one of our jobs is to keep up with the community. I think in 1959, when the city was formed, there were 419 citizens in the city. Obviously, we've grown a little bit. But we came here in 1989, and have been here since. This is the longest that I've ever been in a job in my life, the longest I've ever lived in any place in my life. And the reason we came here was we were previously assigned at the National Training Center, which is out in the desert, the high desert of California. immediately adjacent to Death Valley. Literally. It's kind of dry and kind of warm out there.